What's up, everybody? Mark with Ecom Warriors. Welcome to episode 2 of us recreating this clothing brand, or creating essentially a clothing brand. So I'm going to be showing you how to create a clothing brand. We're going to be using Shopify, of course. However, before we get right into the video, I want to give a shout out to the giveaway winner. I'm actually starting to make these videos one day in advance. So every time somebody comments on the videos and follows the Ecom Warriors Instagram, they are going to go to the YouTube and comment on the video their Instagram username. Once you comment your Instagram username, all I do is I check if you're following the Ecom Warriors. If you're following, you're essentially entered to the giveaway, and the giveaway prize is the SEO course that I created, and you'll see a little touch of that today when we go ahead and get working on this brand. So before we begin, I'm just going to go ahead and log into the actual store. So give me a second, let's log in. Okay, so I'm basically back here, and you could see here, this is the Shopify store that we're working with. Now, what we stopped off yesterday at was we were actually working on editing the design. We picked home number 1 from the Wolf of Shopify theme. If you guys are not aware, Wolf of Shopify theme is the theme that I've been using for actually a very long time now. You guys can use code WARRIOR to get $25 off. I heard that they're going to be increasing the price soon, but don't quote me on that. Like, I really don't know if they are or they're not, but I heard that they are. So if you guys are interested and you're thinking about getting it, make sure you get it now before time ends, and make sure you click on my description, on my affiliate link, So let's go ahead and get started with episode number 2. So basically what you could see so far, we created the store, we selected the proper header, we got our split banners done, and we also got our gallery finished. Now, the thing that I have to say that the store did a really good job on is actually taking photos that are large and clear and not pixelated, and very professional type images, and it has a lot of character to them. And that's really one of the most important things when it comes to building a brand, building a business, is that the images have to be, I guess you could say, photography matters, I guess you could say, right? So let's go ahead and get working. So we need to add some products here. So the first product we're going to add, and let me just get rid of this shirt. Let's go ahead and delete products. Let's hit delete here. And to add a product, I know there's a lot of people that might know how to do it or might not, but we're going to do it together anyway. So let's go ahead and hit add product. So you can see here, first time I'm adding a product. Let's go ahead and grab one of the products from the actual store. So what we're doing here is let's take a look for some of the shop all, and let's just add some products here. Let's go ahead and start off with products like this. When there's like this, the image of the people, I kind of like that a little bit better than an image like this. I feel like a photo like this just doesn't fit, So let's go ahead and select this image. And we're going to go ahead and save the images to our computer. So what we're going to do is we're going to save, so teddy bear bomber jacket. That's kind of what it is. Let's go ahead and download these images. So I'm going to hit download here, download, 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 and download. Okay. Is there any more images? Do I think so? I don't think so. All right. So now what we're going to do is head over back to our store, which is right here, and we're going to just drag and drop these images, and let's cross our fingers and hope that they all look decent and not pixelated. So let's make sure that is the case. So this one is a no-go. What about this one? Okay, this one is good. So let me delete this one, delete media, and let's hope the others are also pretty good too. This one's good. Let's see, this one's good, and this one is good. Okay, so we have our images here. Let's go ahead and use this image as the front one. I want to drag this as the front image. So we're going to do that. And then we're going to drag this image and kind of make it look like this. Now, teddy bear bomber jacket. So this is the default keyword that they're using, but I want to make sure that the product makes sense from a SEO standpoint. So basically, what the SEO is we're essentially configuring the website, the keywords in a way to where Google picks it up and we rank on Google so that when somebody searches for the product, they find our website and they click and they buy. Now, obviously, this is not a product that I'm actually going to sell in real time. You guys know this is not my real business. I'm just showing you guys how to build a clothing store. So this is what I would do in real life. So I'm going to hop over into the SEOkit.com. This is my personal tool that I use for SEO, right? And so what I'm going to click on is this keyword research tool. Now they have two plans, just to be clear. They have keyword research plan and they have SEO toolkit plan, $22 a month or $4.99 a month. My current plan is this one, the $4.99 a month, but you guys can go whatever you want. I'm definitely going to upgrade soon, but I'll make sure I document that process. Now, what I'm going to be searching is for teddy bear bomber jacket and see what comes up from an SEO standpoint. Let's go ahead and hit test here. All right, we can see here teddy bear bomber jacket has 260 search volume, CPC of $1.04. Overall, great keyword, and this is exactly a perfect example of a keyword that we're going to be targeting. So let's go ahead and just copy and paste that keyword. And we're going to copy that word to the tags, right? Teddy bear bomber jacket. But it also is considered a bomber jacket, right? It's not considered a teddy bear, but it is, hold on. So we can't use the word teddy bear in the tags. But from a collection standpoint, let's see what its collection here is. Is it in, let's see, women's shoes, dresses, outerwear, tops, bottoms, rompers, jumpers. Let's click on tops. Let's see if it's in the top section. Is it not considered a top? I don't know. I'm not a fashion person. So is it considered a top? I guess not. So, but I feel like a jacket is considered a top. Let's search on Google. And forgive me, guys, here, because I'm not too aware of this stuff, this fashion stuff. So, is a jacket considered a top? Let's see. Top is an item that covers at least the chest. So, I would say it is, right? Anyways, what item is considered a top? Yeah, all right. So, we're just going to go with that. So, because they didn't categorize here. Where is it? They did not categorize in the store a jacket as a top, right? So, when I click shop all, it's uncategorized, which is a problem. So we need to make sure that that top is categorized. So like if I click on, let's say this, is this considered, what is this? This is a, let's see, product. Is it considered, maybe I should go to something a little bit more, I believe this is considered a top, right? It doesn't say any type of categorization, which is also another problem. Like, breadcrumbs need to be just better designed. So whatever theme this person is using for this store is not optimal. But let's go ahead and continue with the whole setup. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a collection and we're going to call this tops, right? So it's, or let's just save our work actually. And we have to create the collection. So it's something I yet to be done. So the first collection is going to be called tops, right? And it's going to be manual. We're going to do it manually, right? Now we're going to have to create another collection, and we're going to have to create a collection called bottoms, which makes sense, right? And let's create another collection now, because there's men and female. So let's create men's. Let's just keep the theme the same. Let's just make them all caps, men's. And you don't have to create all caps, but women's. You know, it's just something that I typically do. Women's, men's. What else do we have? We're going to have jackets. That's going to be a type. So there's two different jackets. We have women's jackets, right? Right? And like I said, the reason why we're doing this categorization is just to make everything easier for our customers to find. So women's jackets. And let's see here. We have tops, men's bottoms. We need men's jackets, right? Men's jackets. We could do the same for the tops and bottoms, men's tops, women's tops. But, you know, we're going to actually have to, you know, come to think of it, we're actually going to have to do that. So men's tops. Let me go ahead and save that there. And bottoms, we'll write men's bottoms. And let's go back and create another collection where it's called women's tops. I have to create this manual button, women's tops, and create another collection and women's bottoms. Let's go ahead and hit manual and hit save. Now, we have some of our collections, not all, but some, which are decent for now. Let's go ahead and now select products. This product is a women's product, right? So we have a few collections. It's considered a women's jacket, right? It's considered a women's top. So, and it's also in the women's category, right? So we have 3 different categories that this potentially could fit. Now I'm just going to keep every product by default on the home page. Now the product pricing, let's see what the product pricing is. It's $43.99. So let's go ahead and type that in, $43.99. And let's take a look at the description. So item description. So this is missing a few things. Let's go ahead and start. So it says snuggle up in this shearling bomber jacket. Dress it up or down, literally goes with everything. Model Brooke 5'7", size 7, wearing size medium. So this is important. This information right here. This generally is not too important. A lot of times, if people are already interested in a product, you don't have to try to convince them even more, right? So like if the person clicked on this product, we can assume they're already interested in it. And if they're interested in it, you don't have to try to convince them even more. So this is just beginner ideology when it comes to store building, which is perfectly fine. I mean, you could tell whoever created this store is somewhat of a beginner, but that's perfectly fine, right? The second thing we need is a size chart. So a size chart is going to make things a little bit more understandable for people so they can kind of understand, well, what size is it, right? Some people simply won't purchase the product if they just don't know if it will fit them the right way or not, right? They don't want to rely on a refund policy or anything like that. So the first thing we need to do is we need to search pictures of size charts. Now, I personally recommend that everybody create their own size chart for their own product because the sizing is different. But I'm just going to save this image as a size chart image, okay? And we're going to go to the store here and we're going to utilize that. But I'll show you exactly how to utilize it. So for the description, I would just personally, first of all, I would type in something like some kind of feature. So is it waterproof? Is it keep you insulated? Does it keep you warm? Like what's the benefits, right? You would list out benefit 1. So this is the way I would do it. Benefit 1, right? And explain it, right? So, and the explanation would be like this, right? Hold on. Let me kind of set this up in the right way. And the explanation would be continuing. Then I would have benefit 2, and this would be in bullets, benefit 2, right, of the product. Assuming that it's built like this, right? See here, and we could just make it all the same, but this is generally how you would want to construct the copy for your product. It could be a little bit more complicated if you wanted it to, but it really, to be honest, it just doesn't. So and then benefit 3, let's just get rid of this empty space. Benefit 3, right? So 3 benefits. You could do that in bullets, you could do that however you want to do that. Benefit number 3 with some kind of information, right? So like, for example, if benefit number 1 was keeps you warm, right? Right? Keeps you warm. Let's get rid of number 2. You would explain how it keeps them warm. And I would kind of write this in bold here. And maybe underlined, right? And I would kind of explain like what does it have that keeps you warm? What's the material? What's the feature of the product? Like what is it that keeps the person warm. Like, you know what I mean? That could be benefit number one. Benefit number two, and you list out these benefits. You know, the more benefits you can add that explain the product, the more, you know, it answers people's questions on the product. Remember that if there's a person who's not going to purchase your product, it's because they have some unanswered questions, assuming they're interested, right? If they're not interested, then they're just not going to purchase anyway. But if they are interested, then, you know, that's something to be said for that. Now, we have to write the information about the model, which generally you don't have to, but it helps out drastically, right? Like, a lot of people compare their body size to the model body size to figure out, like, you know, what am I going to sell? So in this case, for the model, you don't need the name. You could just write model or photo. Let's put it this way. Model, and let's just put it like this. This is under the description, of course. Model in photo is 5'7", right? 5'7". Wears a size medium. And I would put this in italics, right? And if you're going to center align the text, you could go ahead and do that. But what I would also do is I would make sure that, let's go ahead and do it like this, is I would write a little, you know, thing about the product. So, you know, something similar to what you're seeing here, like snuggle up in this shearling bomber jacket, dress it up, literally goes up and down with everything. You know, this is what's referred to as like interest copy, right? So if you're trying to create interest within the individual, right? What makes this jacket different than other jackets? Not the benefits, but what makes it different, right? Well, it makes it different because of the teddy bear design, right? You could take a look at the image, right? It takes teddy bear design. It's brown. It's you know, whatever this type of, it almost looks like wool or like lamb or something like that. You know, if you know, like sheep, like if you've been around sheep and you've actually touched the hairs on their body, it kind of looks like this, but it's like white. You would have that kind of interest copy here. And you know, what makes the product different? So like, for example, if I was selling a cheeseburger, and I'll give you an example, right? Here would be my benefits. Like, benefit is that, you know, it's healthier than normal burgers. It's, you know, lower in calorie, lower in trans fat, whatever. And then to create the interest, what makes it different is that, you know, it still tastes good while maintaining, you know, and I'll just write this down because, you know, I'm not good with kind of talking it out. What just happened here? Did I just delete all of my work? Let's see. Let me just go ahead and refresh. Yeah, it seems like I deleted all my work, but that's okay. But you guys get my point, right? So interest copy, then bullet points, right? So bullet 1, bullet 2, bullet 3, and then model information. So that's kind of how it would go. But I'm just going to copy and paste the description that they have here. Like I said, I don't recommend this style of description. So let's go back to this, and let's just type that up, and let's hit save. You might as well just publish the product too. And the product price is $43.99. So you guys just saw live of why it's important to save your work all the time. Like, you guys literally just saw it, and yeah. But we also have to create variants. So basically what variants are is that if there's small, medium, or large units available on this product, we just scroll down, and what you're going to see is this option that says variants right here, right? And click on it, and size, so I'm going to write medium, or I'm going to write small, and then separate that with a comma, medium and large, right? And they all have the same price, so this is good, and I'll hit save again. And let's just head to our store now and just take a look at how things kind of look. And we're also going to add the size chart in right now. So let's hit customize. Okay. So we have a lot of stuff that's still not built, but that's perfectly fine. We have, and by the way, images like this need to be minified, and I'll actually kind of show that a little bit later. But an image like this needs to be minified because it's very, very large in size. I think it's like 4,000 by 2,000 pixels, and images like that take up a lot of space and slow down your website and slow down your theme. Is it going to slow it down critically? Absolutely not. At the end of the day, if somebody's genuinely interested in buying your product, they're going to wait on your website to make the purchase. However, you generally do want that kind of benefit. And if you could see here, these are some really nice images, large images that are on the screen. You could toggle through the photos, and it's very, very clear. So we're going to take a look at all this kind of stuff. But we need a sizing chart. So product detail page, I believe the size chart would be in the settings. So let's go ahead and hit customize one more time, and let's upload the size chart for our clothing brand. So let's go to theme settings, and let's take a look at the settings where I can add the size chart, because I haven't done this in a little while. Let's see, banner, size chart. Here we go. So go to go to your theme settings. So the theme settings is this button, and then go to your product page. Where was it? I just had seen it. Product page, right here, product page. Click on that button, and then scroll down, and you'll see a thing that says image size women size guide. And in this case, since we are we have men's and women's products, I'm just going to upload the same size chart for both. So let me go ahead and just drag the size chart over here like this and like this. And I'm just going to, for the sake of this video, use the same size chart for both men and women. But you guys get the point, right? You want to upload different ones. If you have just women's product, then just upload one size chart for just women's, right? If you have men's, then just upload one for just men's, and so on. So let's go ahead and hit save. And let's go ahead and click on the product one more time to kind of view how that product looks. And if we just take a look, there's some things that we need to change right away. So we need to make sure that it's in stock, obviously. And we'll start from there. So we have additional information. We have a lot of things. So let's go ahead and continue here. So let's go back and let's make sure the product is in stock. Then we'll upload a few more products. So products here. Let's go here. There's two ways we can add stock. So we can choose to track or not to track, but I'm just going to type in 100 for each of these. Let's hit save. Okay. And so the product type is a jacket. Okay. So just be aware of that, guys. That's what I'm writing here. Let's hit save. And I could actually switch through this, but product type, I'm going to leave it to be a jacket. And I'll also write jacket here in the tags. Also, I'll add another tag. And I'll also add the color brown as a tag. Why not? Because it is brown, right? And there's going to be a benefit for this. The benefit is that when somebody's filtering through our collections page, they're going to be able to see that. Speaking of collections, let's go ahead and just work on that right now. Let's go ahead and hit customize. And let's go over here and click the collection pages button. Okay, so generally this is what you're going to see. It's a typical collections page of products, right? If I was to go back here, and I'll just show you guys and just create another product for like literally 2 seconds just to give you guys a look as to how the collections would look. The cool thing about, let me get rid of these extracurricular links here. The cool thing about this theme, the wolf theme, which is this theme right here. Let me get rid of these other links. The cool thing about this theme is that they have different configurations for the collections page. So I'll kind of show how that looks. But we have the fuzzy cream open front jacket. Now, that's not what I recommend for SEO purposes. We would actually have to do the SEO research. But for this case, let's just go ahead and just upload that real quick. Let's take the images down, because I do want to show you guys how the collections page kind of looks. Let's go ahead and save these images. I think that's decent. 3 images are good enough. and add files. And let's just drag and drop these 3 images. Let's hit upload here. All right. So what is the price on this product? It's $67.50. So $67.50. Okay. Let's go ahead and drag this image as the main one. And let's just make sure none of these images are pixelated. So this one's not pixelated. This one's not pixelated. This one's not pixelated. Perfect. All right. We have a... Let's make this active and save. This is just, guys, for the purpose. I just want to show you guys how the collections actually work. So let's hit online store and let's hit customize. Now, let's go ahead and wait a little bit. Now, there are different kind of collections pages. You guys are going to see this in a second. This is the general collections page, where you see the product grid, kind of like what you're seeing here. I'll hit shop now. You could see it's like a grid, right? This is the same thing for style number 2, but we have different styles. So we have different styles, which is let's see, where is it? It's we have here style 1, style 2. This is for demo 1. It would look very different for demo 2. So let's go ahead and take a look. So we have collection full width, collection sidebar, infinity scroll, background more modern, I guess that's supposed to say. So it's gonna take a look. Product list view. Okay, there we go. Product list view. So you can choose how you want your product to be viewed. Do you want to view it? First of all, let me get rid of this. Sorry, full width. You have 2 options here. This is what's referred to as a product list. If we click on, let's just save this. If we click on home page for all of our products, let me go back once again. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to do this twice. Let me go back. Let me go to products, and I'll explain what I'm talking about here. Let's just create the stock to be 100. Let's add a collection for homepage. Save. Online store. Customize. Now you guys are going to see what I'm talking about. And it's good that I don't edit this out and you guys see exactly what's going on, because just expect there to be things that go wrong with the store. All right, so for this store, you could see how there's a collection list. I would recommend this setup with the other stores that I designed. So, for example, if I head over to Interactive, which is the store that I built. All right, let me have to add the password. Let me go ahead and just pause this, or maybe I can log in without it. Let's see here. Interactive. Yeah, I'm going to have to pause. All right, let me just pause this, guy. Okay, I'm in the store. If you guys want to see here, this is what I mean. With Interactive, guys, this was the store that I created previously for you guys live. If I click on like bottoms, for example, as a collection, you could see the image is a little bit smaller, and the text is right here, so it looks very good. This is not going to work with this kind of store. If you guys want to see how I kind of designed that, then head over to that tutorial. It's in my YouTube channel, right? But for this store, we can't really go with this design, which is the collection full width, right? If you want to switch that, we're going to have to go with the regular not full width, the product list view. We're going to have to go with product grid, because product grids is more, it just makes more sense for this kind of store, okay? Now, we could have different setups. We could do 3, 4, 5 products. Let's see how thick that's going to be. So we can kind of set that up the way we want to. I like the way the 5 product setup kind of looks. Let's go ahead and take a look at the sidebar. We can add a sidebar here. We can add image banners. We can do a whole lot here. It's actually kind of complicated. But we're going to need to have a background. So I'm going to go to Pexels, right, for our collection page. Let's go to Pexels. And I know, I apologize, guys. This episode might seem like it's all over the place. But let's type in, like, country here, because that's this kind of vibe that this store gives me. Country. Let's see. Let's say country model, maybe. Like, we need somebody who's wearing some kind of clothing or something, and we need it kind of to look like a banner. like it would be horizontal in shape. All these are kind of vertical, except for this. This one is pretty decent. I actually like this one, which might work for now, and that's why I'm going to go ahead and download it. Let's see if there are any other options. If I could write maybe the size, maybe this way. Nah, then again, it's still vertical. Well, we have horizontal. Let's get rid of the size. Okay, this one's pretty good too. Let's see if there's anything else. This one is decent, but it doesn't really show off clothing. It has to be like a model type clothing. Maybe this one. We'll try. We'll see. Like I said, the thing that's difficult with building a certain store is content. You need the most. You could buy a theme for $100 and get the job done, or $300 or whatever the case may be, but you can't create content. Content is exclusive, and that's why dropshipping stores kind of fail, because it's so hard to get good content for your store. When I say content, imagine like a background like this. Let's go ahead and upload some photos and see what looks good for this background here. Let's see what works. So let's take a look. We can use this photo. Let's take a look at this photo or this photo. Honestly, they're all not that great, but let's just go with this one for now. So this is going to say homepage because it's the name of the collection, okay? It's not going to say that once we get to the other type of collections. We have different kind of breadcrumb configurations. So if you don't know, a breadcrumb is like when it shows people the action plan of where they clicked to get to a certain page. So homepage, right? In this case, if I clicked on this product, right, it says shop all teddy bear, which is, like I said, the exact, this is called a breadcrumb. So the cool thing with this theme is that it has different setups for the breadcrumb. So we have style 1, we have style 2, this is style 1 right here, we have style 2, we have style 3, and style 3 will look different. Obviously, you guys are going to see once it loads up, you guys are going to see how it looks. It's not going to be vertical like this. It's going to be horizontal. Just wait for it to load. There we go. So it's going to look like this. And then we have style 4, right, which is also not going to be vertical. It's going to be horizontal. Let's just take a look at that. Give that a minute. And let's reload. There you go. It looks exactly like this. So I'm thinking style 4 is going to be decent. We could always switch it up if we wanted to. Like if we really, really wanted to, we could just get rid of the picture completely, turn the background to be, let's say, black, and we could go with style 1 if we wanted to and make it like tiny like this. So it's really up to you and kind of how you want to design it. We'll just let time tell. Now, if you notice, there's a little box here that does not show the logo, but it does show the logo when we hit the home page. So that's a problem. Well, it's not really a problem. It's just something we need to upload because we haven't done the work yet for that. So let's go ahead and navigate to the left side here as this loads. As you can see, we have our logo. If we type in header, or hit the header button, there's a header home page. Header home page, we clearly upload the logo, but we did not upload the logo for header other pages, right? So let's go ahead and select, and let's navigate to our logo and hit select also. Let's hit save. And so if I was to click on, let's say, I don't know, if I was to click on the product page, right, it would show me the actual logo in the photo. Now, in my opinion, this logo is a little bit too big, so we're going to have to kind of shorten it down a little bit, right? So it's at 180 pixels. Let's go ahead and bring it to maybe 90, and let's see what we see here. Not bad. So 90 is good. I could even go a little bit smaller. Let's see at 70. 70 looks great. Let's go ahead and save that. So far we have our pricing. We have our medium, large, add to cart, buy it now. We have some products. Let's go ahead and see if we can maybe what happens if we toggle some kind of like colors or anything like that. So let's check out here our theme settings, and let's check out colors. So if you look here, something that I want to change is I want to make this like a brown color, right? I feel like brown would look good. And so I would go to main color number 2 here and just maybe use like a brown like this, right? So that just feels a little bit better for me. Let's hit save. And so whenever I click on, let's say, a catalog, and it will show all the products. Let's go ahead and give this a second because it is loading because we did do a lot of work to it. You can edit fonts, of course, and all this. You can see here. Let's go ahead and hit catalog once again. You can see it's brown, kind of like the color that I like it. Now, let's go to the product button. So not product page, but product. And let's take a look at how that looks. So if we click on the actual product, right? So we have a few options here. Product item style. If you look, I can edit the styles of how we view the product. So this is style number 6. When I hover my mouse over, I have these 3 buttons. It says select option, quick view, or add to wish list. If I go here to, let's say, style number 3, it will look a little bit different. Let's just give it a second to load again, right? Let's see here. And this theme is packed with stuff. So it can be, all right. See, this is design number 3. So style number 3, right? We have here style number 1. Let's go ahead and wait for that to happen. All right, so it's loading, but let's just take a look. All right, so we have that style number 1. We have style number 2. Let's give that a second also. So this is style number 2. You can see here the text is blended in here. I personally do not like that. Style number 3 we already looked at. Let's take a look at style number 4. Give it a second once again. Okay. Style number 4, text is still here, but it's the buttons are on the left. Let's go to style 5. And there are different styles for different folks, I guess you could say, and different images. It just depends on how you design it. So I personally like style number 5. There's a few other styles like style 9, style 8, 7, etc. Let's just go ahead and stick with style 5 for now. If you guys want to check it out, maybe check out my other videos. The thing that I like about this is when you hover over, you could always hit add to cart or select options. So like there's different options, which is basically the same excuse to get them to reach the product landing page. Okay. Let's go ahead and take a look here at how we're doing. All right, so we're 37 minutes in. At this point, we're good enough for today's episode. By next episode, you guys will have seen a lot more products uploaded. I'm going to take the time to do that behind the scenes. And so for next episode, the products or most of the products will be uploaded, and I'll take the time to get that done so we can continue with the build of this store. All right, peace.